Welcome to Tabletop Gaming Guild. Tabletop Gaming Guild is all about the experiences and memories of playing tabletop games with friends and families can create. Today we're doing something a little bit different than usual. So I've been seeing the game Bardsung all over the place lately with the discounts of like 80 to 90% off. So basically a $200 game going on sale for $30 or $40. So I thought I'd do a video talking about why I think that price discount exists and whether I think it's worth picking up. So this is Bardsung. Bardsung is a dungeon crawl with heavy RPG mechanics. It had, from what I hear, it had fairly mixed reviews. It seems like there's a good story here, a lot of content, but possibly a little bit too much mechanically. I haven't spoken directly to the publishers of Bardsung, but I think it's pretty clear what's going on. There is a new version of Bardsung going on to Kickstarter, and I'm hearing that revamps the game and improves it. So that begs the question, if there's a better version, why not get that? Well, if you're interested in the gameplay, absolutely. But one of the things that Bardsung is known for is fantastic minis. At $30 to $40, the minis on here may actually be worth a lot more than the price. So let's open it up and find out if that's true. First off, this cover is pretty nice. I like. Now once I get a closer look at it, there's a lot of details, some interesting colors. This is absolutely a heavy game. Let's look at the back. Looking very promising from these minis. Oh man, this is heavy. Let's open you up. Okay. Oh, so it's got a fortune teller add-on, so basically audio narration. I really enjoyed what Fortune Teller did with Frosthaven and the other games I've played with it. Inspire the songs, live your legend. Become Bardsung. Reference sheet. Okay, I'm guessing this is how to put away the components. Okay, so we got dungeon tiles. I should have kept my knife out. Should have kept my knife out. You know, scissors would be a lot better. I am totally not going to cut myself. Could at least use a clean knife. Okay, so fairly dark components. Yeah, the details don't really stand out because it's really dark. Yeah, normally I like darker color schemes, but when you use darker color schemes, you really have to put a thought into your color contrast to make things stand out. Okay, they are interesting. It does worry me how many of these modifier components there are. So that kind of hints at the complexity level. Alright. These look like player trays. Nice quality plastic. Cover fits nicely. Nice and snug. 5 of them, so 5 players, potentially. Now if you look on BGG, it does say the community suggests that playing this only with 1 player, but that's not abnormal for these heavy, RPG style dungeon crawls. I'll give you a quick glance at these minis now, but we'll do a close-up look at them after we get everything else out of the way. There's not as many as I thought so far, but there may be more deeper in. Looks like they're good quality plastic. The trade-off with these harder plastics is often less detail, but we'll see how they look when we get further in. Big wings for the big monster. Lots of RPG style dice. There's a lot of packs of cards, so I'm not going to open them all. Just take a glance at like the general look of the cards. Okay. So, also numbered, so order might matter. So another reason not to necessarily open these up. Mostly text anyway, so not a lot to see. Ooh, okay. Monster enemies. And so again, this one looks like another deck that has to be opened in a specific way, so I don't want to touch that. Okay, what do we got here? Big, wow. This board barely is going to fit on camera. Probably should have waited till I cleared everything else first. Oh well. Pretty plain board with not much going on. It kind of reminds me of Kingdom Death Monster. The reverse is also pretty plain. Imagine you're going to cover up most of the board with tiles and figures. Rulebook. Lots of nice, well, very thick rulebook here. Not terribly abnormal though for campaign games. All your various adventures. It's a nice thick book. You're gonna get a lot of potential playtime out of this. You don't really want to show off the art too much for spoiler reasons, but everything's a little bit dark and you lose some of the detail. Okay, another little deck. Looks like it has to be opened in a specific order. Okay, so now we're left down just to minis. Let's get some of this other stuff out of the way. And you can see there are a lot of minis. Got all these. And the two other sets we saw earlier. There's that one. The wings for this monster. And this one. There's some of this other stuff out of the way. These are clearly the hero minis in orange. A little hard to get my camera to focus on it, but they're pretty detailed. You got the turtle, or well, they probably give it a different name, you know, for licensing reasons. This looks like a druid type character. I would guess earth or wind or something along that lines. And these are all pretty hard plastic, which means the details don't stand out as well, but they're not going to break easily. Looks like you got a cleric and a rogue. This one reminds me of Kiri from Critical Role. These would be great for player characters or even NPCs in the RPG. Well, obviously this is an RPG style game, but a proper pen and paper RPG. I'm not going to spend as much time on the rest of the minis. I might highlight a few here and there. These all so far look like they belong to the same chapter, like maybe a dwarven chapter where they've discovered some horrors in the depths of the earth. And this seems like the first minor set pieces with this horrifying creature. These rock lobsters are the last from the first tray, and then we're getting to tray 2, which seems to be like orcs and goblins and things like that. This particular batch feels more Lord of the Rings inspired. So that's it for the second tray. Now we're into the set piece enemies and big bosses. I don't mind spending a bit more time on these because they're just cool. I think I'll dub this one Chainbreaker. And we got the triplets. I don't know what they're actually called, but I'll find out eventually, I suppose. Oh wow, I just saw the next one. I really like it. The Fungus is Among Us. This guy kind of reminds me of the Lich King. And the designer must live in New York. If you're arachnophobic, you might want to shut your eyes now. You have 3, 2, 1. I will tell you, try to show all the insect ones together, and I'll let you know when we are done seeing insectoids. We had a spider, and now we got a spider rider, which is kind of cool. The rest are more insectoid, less spider. Guess you can't have the style game without a worm type with the predator mouth. Okay, looks like we're done with the insects. We're moving on to trolls. Oh, and next we have the ubiquitous gelatinous cube. And a Demogorgon. Imagine after Stranger Things these have become a lot more popular. Well, this guy's not going to fit on the camera. I'm going to have to pull it out 1 second. There he is, and let's put in a hero just for scale. That's one biggin. You know, I mean, this isn't the most detailed mini, but I could imagine somebody shelling out almost the price of this game just for this mini. I mean, this is absolutely a lot of minis for the price. I'm counting, I think there was almost 70 minis in here. So you're talking about around 50 cents per mini. Whether the game turns out to be good or not, that's still a good deal. Thank you again for watching. Please join us again on YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and other social medias. And please don't forget to like and subscribe.